We are ChaosDivers, a sonar search and recovery dive team who navigates the waters with the hopes of providing answers to the families and loved ones of the missing. With the love and support from all of you, as well as the backing of law enforcement and first responders, we've been able to assist families nationwide. To learn more how you can help us on our journey, please check out the description below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.
Make sure everybody can hear us and see us good. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear us. There we go. If you guys don't know, Britton from Depths of History, he's coming down or up, left, right, somewhere to come visit us and stay the weekend with us. We're going to try to do a little bit of magnet fishing and kind of do some, all kinds of stuff.
How's it going, everybody?
Britt, hey, just woke up. Everybody, hello, Sue. I'm just going through everybody's on here. We do have a special guest with us other than Britton. He's not that special.
Not the special one tonight.
So the special guest is Mr. Mike McFarren. And as you guys don't see, Lindsay, she's getting ready to be on with remote with us also. So here we go. Let me get everybody on here. Can you hear me, Lindsay?
Yes.
All right. Let's get Mike on here. Mike McFarren, the diver of, let me see if I can remove. No, I don't want to remove.
Mid-Missouri Sheriff's Dive Team.
Yeah. I was just going to say that, the main guy here. The diver of the hour. Can we say that?
Yeah, diver of the
hour. For some reason, my phone. Oh, my aunt's here. Sorry, I was trying to figure out why my phone's going nuts. All right.
Okay, good.
Oh, she thought she was going to come in.
I thought she was going to come in this way.
Oh, she's fine. All right. So I wanted to introduce Mike McFarren. You guys all know him. He's been on. He's been on a few recoveries with us, right? We were able to bring back Mo
out of Louisville.
Mo out of Louisville, and then Louisville. I said Louisville. It's Louisville. And he was a diver trying to search for Kenny Loudermilk, which was a paramotorist out of Missouri. Was it Washington, Missouri, right, Mike?
Yes, Washington.
So we've been fortunate enough to have Mike with us on a lot of things, and he just recently helped us bring home Karen Schepers. Right now, I'm going to let Lindsay talk a little bit more about it, and then she'll take over. She's a better speaker than I am, and we'll just have a good chat. We don't have any unboxing to do. It's all about Mike. And there we go. So go ahead, Lindsay.
So we got the privilege of diving for the first time with Mike, searching for Kenny Loudermilk, the paramotorist out of Missouri. He was there in the capacity with the sheriff's department at that time. And then it was one of those things where, Mike got on our boat for the first time, and it was like we just all connected. We meshed very well. And we knew that going forward, if we had found anything, we wanted Mike to be with us in searching for Kenny. We'd actually been over to search for Kenny several times now. And each time Mike is like, if you guys are in, I'm in. Let's go. Let's do this. So from there, we've also had Mike with us in Louisville searching for Mo. And then Mike actually came with us. I forget how many hours Mike drove up to, I believe, Nebraska for us one time. We've put Mike in some crazy things. And for some reason, he keeps coming back. So when we were going up to do the search for Karen Schepers, they were like, we need... the city wanted to make sure that they were covered, and we knew that we had no better option than asking Mike if he would be able to come with us on that trip. Mike rearranged his schedule, said, "Yep, I'll be there. You tell me when, you tell me where, and I'm good to go." With all of that being said, Mike dove several times on Monday on other vehicles. Mike had actually gotten dressed back in, street clothes, out of his dive gear. He was all warmed up, and we found another vehicle. And Mike also needed to use the little boy's tree. And Jacob's like, but like, can you maybe just do this first? And Mike was like, yeah, I'm ready to go. Let's go. Mike got dressed as quickly as anyone. Geez, Louise. I think he just like takes his clothes off and there's just a dry suit underneath. It's like Superman going into like the phone booth. And then sure enough, Mike came up with the plate. He was even able to say that, it was a yellow car. And then when we were getting ready to begin the process of, how are we going to recover her car? Again, her car had been in the water for 42 years. Mike was frozen. I think the water both days was right around 41 or 42 degrees. Mike was completely frozen to the bone. And Mike still got in the water every single time. I felt so bad going back there and being like, so listen, buddy, I kind of need you to get in. Like, can you just one more time? Like, yeah. And he did every single time. Again, at the end of the day, Mike was getting ready to get undressed, get back on his street clothes, warm back up. And I asked him again to get into the water and just search right along the wall where Karen's car had come out. And he did. At the end of the day,
We just paused.
You are not here, and you are just your cousin Mark. So
I remember that.
it was.
Are you there, Mike?
I'm here.
Oh no, I think we just lost Lindsay.
That was nice from Taryn.
Yeah, that's Taryn. That's his daughter.
It's awesome.
Yeah, that's my biggest fan right there.
That's great.
Since we have lost Lindsay,
Why don't you take the?
do what?
Well, she's just frozen there. I didn't know if you could like. Yeah, there you go.
Once she gets back, we'll bring her back.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, she back? All right.
My whole thing, like, just started. Everybody had a circle on their face. But again, Mike was a beast that day. Everything we asked him to do, he was more than willing to do that for us. Again, when we met Mike, he was working with us in the capacity of under the Mid-Missouri dive team. And then he's done that each time that we've been there in Missouri. And then when he comes out with us, I think whether he likes it or not, he's just part of the chaos now.
That's right.
So, Mike, it's been a few weeks. How has all this impacted you on your feelings and what you have accomplished diving with us through this recovery and being able to bring Karen home and contain all the contents with the vehicle also? How are you feeling about, let's say it in your opinion on what went on that time?
There's a lot of emotions that went on throughout that case. I think we had more media coverage than we ever had on any recoveries. So there was that. There was the cold water, and then I want to publicly apologize for the foul language that might have been used coming out of the water. The water was 41 degrees and their emotions were all over the place. But during that whole case, I mean, Elgin Police Department was awesome. They couldn't been more accommodating in everything that they were in their part. Finding the actual car and coming up, that was a lot of emotions, a lot of coldness from the river. Knowing that was her car when I hit the surface, and since has been a wide range of emotions. Just happy to bring closure to that family. Happy to bring closure to her mom, and I believe, what does she have? 9 brothers and sisters.
I think that's 9 altogether. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think 8 brothers and sisters.
Okay.
It's definitely something wild. I know each and every recovery we have done with you, you have been amazing. And at the time, there are a lot of people ask, well, why didn't you dive? And I'm like,
somebody has to drive the boat.
Well, yeah, kind of said that. So Joe McFerron is Joe your
Joe's my brother.
You're Joe, your brother. It's all right. But again, guys, tell us a little bit about what you do and what you have accomplished in Mid-Missouri Dive Team.
Well, I think it all started down in. I've been on several cases on the Missouri Sheriff's Dive Team. I've been called out at midnight to go search a pond. It's been a wide range of different dives for me on that. But as far as where we met, that was a pretty emotional case too, with searching for Kenny down in Washington, Missouri, wanting to bring closure to his daughter. That was.
We're still doing that. Yeah.
Yeah. Still wanting to.
Yeah. So I'll let Lindsay, since she's hi Bill Shoon's on. Lindsay has I think she has some questions for you also. So
I guess, well, some of them we already covered. Just kind of like, what your experience and background is. You also, Mike, not only are you a diver, but you're also an instructor for PADI, correct?
Yes. Yeah, I'm an instructor in several different categories, almost all of them. I'm also a public safety diver. That's quite an extensive course in itself. Dry suit instructor. Basically all instructor in all the different categories. Do a lot of training in Mermet Springs, Illinois. And I've got an opportunity to dive with you guys there as well.
I would say that's where Jacob, Eric, and myself all learned. And then you actually got to do my brother's. Now you guys call it something different with PADI.
We call it Discovers. We call it a Discover Scuba.
Yeah, we call it Try Scuba. But that was really cool to be able to have my brother be able to do that with you, and Colston. You had Colston, which many of you guys know Colston if you follow Britain. Colston is part of Britain's team. And then what do you think is the craziest thing that Jacob has put you through so far?
Okay, wait a minute. I can't find the video.
No. He gets to answer this.
I know, but I want people to know I was trying to find the video on my phone so I can actually show you guys what this kid has went through. This guy has went through. I said kid. He's an itty bitty bit older than I am. But go ahead.
That was definitely the Nebraska case that we were on, and I was when you guys said that you were diving, that we needed to be on the Missouri River that time, I was like, you guys know how what the flow rate is right now, how fast this thing's going, and you guys didn't really have an option as far as a timeline to where we could wait on that. So I don't know what the CFM was in that particular. You do.
It was 48,000 CFS.
Oh my!
It was a monster of a river that day. That was some punishment.
Much respect, Mike. That's crazy.
Let's just say when he went down on the line, we had to dive again the next day because he ripped his skin off of his hands because the rope slid out of his hands.
Oh my gosh!
I was trying to pull myself down in the car. I got, from what my dive computer says, and from the next day, I knew where the car was. I was about 2 feet away from that car, and my hands just slid all the way back, and I ended up with rope burns and taking all the skin off my fingers.
Oh, that's terrible.
God, I wish I could find that video. I just can't find it.
But I would say, needless to say, somebody said, what is CFS? So that is cubic feet per second.
Raging water.
Yeah, ridiculously crazy. And then I think at this point, Mike, it's safe to say that you're probably just a glutton for punishment.
Mike, I found it.
Now, you are doing, diving isn't just a job for you. It is part of many of your jobs, but it's not just a job for you. Like, this is something that you love to do.
Oh, it's definitely a passion.
That's incredible to be able to turn a passion into a career, because you're doing it at where you're at now. You're still diving you're doing everything at, was it Lake of Ozarks, right?
Yeah, I've created my own little company at the Lake of the Ozarks for recoveries and stuff on cell phones and any lost objects that somebody might lose down there.
So would you say that you would rather dive the Lake of Ozarks with all of the wonderfully experienced boat drivers that are out there, or would you rather go back to the Missouri River?
Lake of the Ozarks all day long. That Missouri River that's a tough one. I'd rather be in the Mississippi. You guys put me in there one time.
It's a movie. I can't do it.
Well, and you are. So on this next trip that we are going on, we are going to be going, as many of you guys know, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and then Missouri. And there's a chance that when we're at that Missouri case that you'll be joining us, correct?
Oh, absolutely. If you guys come to Missouri, yeah, I'll meet you guys down there with no question.
Well, I'm just putting you in the Mississippi there. So, have fun.
Mississippi is way better than the Missouri River.
I really think so. Like, seeing everything, seeing both, being on both, like, I know they call it the mighty Mississippi, but they should call it Misery, Missouri, because that river is wicked.
Okay, listen, guys, I'm sorry we have to do it this way, but I wasn't able to get the video to start.
That is ridiculous.
Looks like Jaws sitting in the water.
That's the SEAARK boat, and I'll tell you right now, I don't know what Mike thinks about it, but I think that the SEAARK handled that water in that current pretty good to get you right on that.
Yes. That was an excellent boat. This was the third time I went down on that thing.
Oh my!
Keep going.
Were you pulling on the rope when you were going down, or were you just?
Oh yeah. I just jumped off. I grabbed the rope, and fortunately, we tied knots in the rope the night before that gave me a little bit more of a handhold to be able to pull myself down towards that car. But that was raging, and it was really. You guys don't know what it takes to pull yourself against the current like that. Because so imagine yourself like being pulled behind a boat, and then imagine yourself pulling yourself back up towards that boat. That's the kind of current you're facing.
Well, I think just in general, like no one will ever be able to take away anything from you in the sense of like every single time we've been with you, like you've been in absolute beast mode. I mean, diving for Kenny Loudermilk in the Missouri River, diving for Karen. While the Fox River isn't terribly pushy, there wasn't a ton of current. It was still freezing cold water that you were in for hours. I think probably the best thing we've ever put you in has been the Ohio River over in Louisville.
That was
So,
like
we wanted to give you a little bit of a break there.
Yeah, that was like bathwater compared to what you guys have put me through.
I feel
But
bad.
like,
I do feel bad for
I
that.
think you could surf down that river.
well, and
Yeah.
I think we just want to make sure that you're recognized as so much more than just this diver who like comes out and helps us when we search in Missouri, or you know what I mean? Like you're so much more than that. You've done so much more than that for us. I mean, each time you come out, you've been an absolute asset. I love having you on the boat with us. Anything that we can ever, and there's also things, so like when we were up there seeing Karen, I'm not gonna like put it all out there, but we had an issue, and this was completely out of the scope of diving, completely out of everything. You were already home and you still managed to come through and help Jacob and I out to get us home. And that wasn't even a diving related issue. So you're kind of like the jack of all trades. So
Taryn Pritchett has said you're a great grandpa.
Yeah, I love her. I love Taryn. I love Colt. That's my grandson.
I just can't believe how big he's getting.
I know. I know. Every time I see him, he's growing more and more.
That is some mega diving. Like that ain't no joke. Would you say that was probably the most you have ever dove on, the most CFS, or what would that be?
I think the one that you guys put me on, that video that you just showed, was the most CFS that I've been in. That was definitely one of the tops. The Kenny Loudermilk, I probably dove that one 17 times, at least 17 times, at least 17 dives that we went on down there. We also had the sheriff of Franklin County, that's in Franklin County, Steve Pelton. He was an asset to us as well, because he was also a diver, and being the head sheriff, he got in the water as well with us. He switched off and on with me and on a few of them, and I'm thankful for that. He was definitely helpful. But yeah, I did at least 17 dives, 17 different dives in the Missouri, looking for Kenny.
You want to do that dive again for fun?
I don't think I want to do any of those dives for fun. I don't think that's no fun diving. Starting amidst the ocean.
I know that even with Britain here, I know that when we need help, we can get it, and that's the main thing that we appreciate all you folks who come out and help and come on these trips with us, because somebody's got to drive the boat. I promise you, I'm diving this next trip. I promise.
I love hanging out with you guys. You guys are a blast. You guys are a riot, on and off camera. I mean, people don't understand you guys have huge hearts. You guys are all in this for the right reason. And like when we first met down in Washington, that's how we clicked so well, because I knew that I trusted you. You could show me a sonar image and tell me exactly what I was diving into, exactly what I was going to be messing with, exactly what I was going to expect when I got down there. And so far, you have not proven me wrong. You're a huge asset yourself.
Okay.
That you and the sonar, I think you're the best person that's ever looked at sonar. And we had a lot of different search people searching down there. We had Bruce's Legacy with that $55,000 towfish. We had a lot of different companies come in and try to help in that case, but you guys by far with your sonar technology, and as much as you stare at those, you guys know what you're doing. But
Yeah, Lindsay knows. Lindsay actually is better than I am on that.
For what?
I'm sucking up. That you're better at sonar reading than I am.
Oh, definitely not. That's the one thing I think you do well.
Well, thanks. Even though she's mad at me, she still gives me.
Hopefully, I get to dive with you.
Yeah,
that'd be super cool if we all got together for.
We need to get together up in Mermet Springs.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Mermet Springs is south of Vienna, 10.5 miles. If you guys ever want to learn how to dive, reach out. Even reach out to Max Diving LLC. If you have anything that's missing at a lake of the Ozarks, and I'm pretty sure. I mean, would you do other lakes?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm definitely certified for deep. That's obvious. And I'll do any lake. That's a lake is what I prefer. But you guys seem to put me in rivers every time.
I can't help it.
You're like, hey, we got a river. Yeah, listen. Hey, what's Mike doing? Let's give a shout.
Pretty much.
That's a good one right there.
But just so you know, I am capable of diving the other places as well.
I know, but you're just you're such a good diver. And, we want to make sure that, we just have the most experience. You know how it's like when I ask Eric to make me a sandwich because it tastes better when he makes it. That's kind of how it is, with you diving. It's just so much better. It's just, we want to make sure that we have the best, and you, Mike, we have the best.
Well, thank you.
No, seriously, guys, I wanted you guys to see how awesome of a person Mike is. We don't speak. I know we speak a lot about him, and you guys hear a lot about him, and you see him in the background diving. But I want you guys to have a chance to ask him some questions and just get to know Mike like we know Mike. I don't think I could have found a better. Well, I say that right next to Britain. There's a lot of great divers out there, but Mike is one of the best. So
he's a lot better diver than I am.
I kind of felt a little.
No, he is. He's way more experienced, and
I would say it's just the experience level that comes with Mike, and
it would be Brown coming out of the Mississippi.
I've spent my fair share in the rivers, so I mean, training wise, yeah, I've got a lot of river time in.
Yeah.
Well, and you have had the opportunity to go, I guess, fun diving. Wasn't it? Was it last year or the year before when you went down and you were diving for the megalodon teeth, and that was that.
A couple years ago, yeah, it's been a couple years, I guess, since. But yeah, some of my favorite dives are down there off of Venice Beach, looking for megalodon teeth. And then on the other side where you got West Palm Beach and that area, they have the shark dives that come through there. I love diving with the sharks. Those are my two favorites.
Have you ever been in the Cooper River?
Cooper River.
It's in South Carolina. It's like Blackwater.
Oh, yeah, I have. I have dove in the we dove for megalodon teeth down there as well.
Oh, cool.
and yeah, you just got to watch out for the gators.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't like gators.
Gators don't really mess with you. It's kind of, if you drift into their area, then that's not a good thing. But if you're diving, you just got to be aware of your surroundings and just kind of move slower when it comes to being down there. But yeah, the Cooper River goes all the way down into Florida, so I believe that's where I was diving from Megalodon Teeth down there as well.
Nice.
And I'm at Scuba Adventure right now. I'm inside their classroom. This is where we teach, and we have a class this weekend where we've got about 15 students coming in.
That's awesome.
Well, I was just about to say, you're part of the dive program and an instructor at Scuba Adventure, right?
Yes, yeah. I'm an instructor for Scuba Adventure, so we get the chance to. I love the discovers, bringing new people into the water, seeing the looks on kids' faces when they get in the water for the first time. They breathe underwater for the first time, and the look on their face when they come up, and it's just like they love it, and that's more rewarding than. I'd say that's really rewarding for me. I'd say.
There's nothing like that feeling. So for you to be able to bring your passion to other people is so incredible.
I love it.
If somebody on the moderators, I'm going to put it on here. I thought I had it on here. I'm going to put it on a banner. But if somebody could find the link to Scuba Adventures on Facebook and drop that link, please do that, because Chris is an amazing person, and he helps out a lot, and he helps with Mike.
He's trained me, so he's the man.
So Scuba Adventures on Facebook.
Chris has been out with us on our searches for Kenny too, right?
Oh yeah, we had you actually,
and him.
I think that was the first time we've actually had 3 elected sheriffs on one boat was on that river at one time, which is usually, that's pretty unheard of. To have 3 elected sheriffs on one boat. And he also gets in the Missouri when he has to, but since he's trained me, I think that was his alternative motive, was train me so he didn't have to get in anymore.
He didn't have to.
Yeah. Aren't you the mid-Missouri? I mean, aren't you the Missouri River guy?
That's what I'm kind of known for now, I guess, right?
We have a question here.
More than that.
Oh, you're way more than that. I have your back on anything you ever want to do. How far can you see on the live scope? With our extended range, we can go 300 feet. With the visualizer, it's going to be a crisp deal. We got a visualizer from Hammerhead Sonars. We're going to hook it up, and we're going to hopefully find that Plum Bananas boat in Call Lake that's coming up. And then also, Mike, you have a question.
What's my question? How far can you see in the live scope, and how many rookie moves have you seen Jacob do diving? Oh,
You got to be honest too.
I honestly haven't seen him do any rookie moves. I mean, he's a diver. I mean, he's a diver just like everybody is, just like Lindsay is. I mean, everybody gets in the water and they do their job.
The thing about Lindsay diving, she don't know how fast she's actually going in the water. She leads everybody, and it's like, son of a! I had to grab her. I've had to grab her fins. Almost said it too. I had to grab her fins just to stop her.
I'm just kicking slowly. I do know that I made it from like the platform to the bus to the plane to the train and to the platform in like 11 minutes. And I thought I was going so slow. I was like, oh, this should be 35 minutes. Like that was what we had to do. And Terrence was like, Lindsay, you did it in like 11. I was like, oh, well, okay. So I got to go on a wall dive.
So with this, this link that Jeff Heasel put up. Go Scuba Adventure is the Facebook channel for scuba adventures. So do check them out. If you ever want to learn how to dive, or they also have equipment for sale. I know you guys do Scuba Pro, is that right? Or what all do you do you
No, we
provide?
do Aqualung and Apex mainly.
Sorry, my fault.
It's okay.
Aqualung and what?
Apex.
And for the divers people who aren't diving, I mean, what all stuff do you guys provide there that you can do for them?
Well, we have all equipment rental and sales, and we service all equipment. We service all the equipment, and mainly through here is we teach through Scuba Adventure and certify people.
Awesome. But you guys do have like trips that you plan every year, right?
Yeah, we have several trips on the books. I believe they're getting ready to plan a trip to Fuji for 2 weeks, I think. Fiji.
So that's fun diving. That's the diving that we just need to go and do. You know?
I know. It'd be nice, wouldn't it?
We never get to really do fun stuff. It's always this. I mean, this is a beautiful thing that we're doing, but yeah, we don't ever get to go on fun dives.
Also, Drew, we got a trip to Cozumel this year, and see, I'd have to look at their schedule to see what all we got, but we got some good ones coming up for sure.
Carol Reed, thank you for the super sticker of $5. That means a lot. Everything that you guys put together that'll be coming at the end of the month, and sticker wise and super chats, it comes in handy. And we're going to be leaving on the 23rd. If Lindsay want to talk about just what we got planned.
So we leave on April 23rd, right after we pick up Lee, the Aqua Adventurer, from the airport here in Marion. We hit the road. Our first stop, we are making a very quick stop in Springfield, Missouri at Buc-ee's. So we can take Lee to a Buc-ee's. They do not have those in Ireland, so we want to make sure that he gets to see one of those. And then from there, we head out to Call Lake in Ponca City, Oklahoma. And then after that, we will be going to Muskogee, Oklahoma for 1 case, shooting down to Little Rock for 4 cases. After that, we're actually going to backtrack a little and go to Fort Smith. Lee does have to leave us while we are in Little Rock, so we'll get him situated. He's very excited about taking that train ride, so we'll get him on the train. And then from there, like I said, backtrack a little to Fort Smith, Arkansas, where we will be working with Revamp, which is Remember Every Victim and Missing Person, as well as OSBI, which is the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigations. We'll be working with them on a few different cases. If you guys remember, we were there previously searching for Stephen Adams, so we'll continue working on Stephen's case. From there, we are going to go down to Monticello, Arkansas. We'll only be spending about a day down in Monticello. We're just going to meet up with the SEAARK team, kind of give them a in-person overview of what we've done over the last year and what we intend to do over this next year, because April we got our boat last year in April. So we kind of just want to do like a halfway check-in with them, let them know what we're doing to help promote them for everything that they've done for us. And then after that, we go to Howardville, the Howardville, New Madrid area of Missouri, and search for Barbara Stauffer. And that's where, fingers crossed, Mike will be able to join us for that one.
Yeah, I'll be down there to help you guys.
She keeps saying New Madrid.
I might be able to join you guys in Arkansas if you want me to.
Oh yeah, New Madrid.
It's New Madrid. You don't say, I'm going to Madrid, Spain. No, you say, I'm going to Madrid.
What's the town in Arkansas?
That's Monticello. That's our SEAARK. We're not going to be doing any cases in Arkansas. Yeah, we are. Aren't we?
Little Rock.
Little Rock, Arkansas. Yeah. So
And then we're going back to Fort Smith, which Britton was also with us. We had Britton, Colston, and Corey with us the last time we were in Fort Smith.
I can join you guys there, Little Rock. I can probably join you guys there.
That's
7-hour drive.
yeah, but that's
That's also our longest stop as well. So even after Lee left, you would still have a diver, so you don't have to get in the water if Britt came.
Oh, that sounds pretty good.
How convenient.
Making plans on the live stream. Like,
I promise you guys, I will be diving this next trip. I promise. Even if I got to jump in the water just to say I got in the water, I have no health issues. I think I'm an okay diver.
We just like to give you copious amounts of grief about it. That's all. If we didn't love you, we wouldn't give you a hard time. But like Jacob is my safety blanket. Like that's like I don't dive if Jacob's not diving with me. Like I have dove with Eric. I've dove with Britton. I've dove with Corey and Doug. I'm still not comfortable enough to dive by myself. So when we're on the road and it's just Jacob and I, Jacob's either got to go alone or we're diving together. Like that's just I have to have a buddy with me right now. I'm just not ready yet by myself.
very understandable.
And I can't dive cold water, so
She had the dry suit. She just
Mhm.
hasn't been certified, and I think I know somebody who could help out on that too. So
I could probably help out on that.
flip her upside down and leave her.
Oh, that's the part that
Listen.
she doesn't want to do.
I know, I don't. I'm terrified of it. Like the thought of it absolutely scares me. Like
She
if we
doesn't
could
want to be
just
inverted.
if we can skip that part, and if I ever do get turned upside down, like Jacob can just pick me up by the ankles on whatever river that I'm bobbing down and just lift me into the boat. Like that's my plan to get out of it. That's as far as I've gotten.
Lindsay doesn't like to be inverted.
No.
So even when we were all just out there having fun with diving, I would flip upside down, and Eric would flip upside down, and Tanner and his mom, and then she's looking at us like, nope, ain't gonna do it.
Well,
Not Lindsay.
So question, is there ever an issue with refilling tanks from air compressors and some kind of water issue, water use between tanks and air pressure? I kind of not understanding that question. I think it's basically, have you ever had issues with water in your tank, maybe?
No, if you got water in your tank, there's a big problem.
It's a big problem.
Yeah. And our tanks are normally filled to about 2,800 to 3,000 PSI. I've got steel tanks. They hold 3,500 PSI. And we keep an eye on our gauges. And when we need to refill, we refill.
So with the water issue, you either open up your cylinder, filling bags up, and left it open, and the air pressure's out of it, and you've got water coming in the tank. I do bottle inspections, and that's what you look for. And you've got big issues with your air compressor. You got dry air. You got all these filters. There's something seriously wrong if you have water in your tank.
So I see somebody had asked if the other cars from the Fox River are going to be pulled out. Jesse, so Mike dove on those. He pulled what parts he could off of them for us to get identification of what they were. Those cars are kind of in pieces. All of that information has been turned over to the DNR, and then the DNR will facilitate the removal of those vehicles if they deem it's necessary. I do believe that those are newer vehicles for the fact that like one of the pieces that Mike pulled off was plastic, and the fact that they're in pieces. The newer vehicles don't hold up like the older ones do. I think they've probably been in there for 15, 20 years, but that's still only 2000s. So that's up to the DNR to see if that's something that they want to, undertake and do that. I don't know what their plan is for that.
I don't think anybody realizes exactly how many cars are in these rivers. There's been some cases where we found just numerous amounts of cars in these rivers, and it is absolutely too dangerous to put a diver in some of these conditions to just remove cars for the environment.
With that car being so just pretty much dilapidated, right? That's what you would say. I mean,
it was in pieces.
It would take equipment to get that out, and it's done its damage. It's completely, I wouldn't say environmentally safe, but it's to the point now where it's just kind of just a rust bucket trash pile. So it's kind of just fish habitat now.
That's what I was going to say, fish habitat.
Yeah. So we do have a question for Britton from Depths of History. I don't know why the names aren't popping up anymore, but y'all know that's Mike, that's Lindsay, and
You turned them off. That's why.
I did not turn them off. Look. You're going to answer that question?
So B said, how on earth did I lift that big door from that car? I'm assuming she's talking about the Corvette door. That was the only full door that I lifted out. That was crazy. So the whole door came off of the car, and like the whole thing was basically in mud, and there was like barely anything I could get off the car. And when I was holding on to the handle, the whole door just came off, and I was like, might as well just take the whole door up. And so I inflated my BC and did my safety stop because I was at 70 feet with a door in my hand.
That's impressive.
Which was actually pretty crazy that I was able to do that. And then when I got up to short, it was awful. I was like, come help me, Jacob, please.
And he would bob his head up, and I'm like, what is he doing? What's in his hand?
And then there was that seat.
The whole door.
I brought that seat.
Well, I was about to say, so I don't know how this man, I'm not making fun of the guy, okay? But I mean, he's like 6'6" and
skinny. Just
skinny. But he has got the strength of Caillou. Strong like Caillou. This dude is unreal. He brought a chair. He brought a
waterlogged leather bench seat up.
It took me, Colson, and Lindsay all to lift it out of the boat, into the boat.
Underwater things are a lot lighter. I have come to notice that.
Listen, most everything underwater is lighter except for a tow hook.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Oh, I agree. Oh.
I have no idea why, but tow hooks are the only things that get heavier underwater.
I've tried swimming those out. It's like, nope. It's not gonna happen.
Somebody's gonna have to bring that out to me.
Yeah.
I really appreciate all of your guys' support, like always. And I don't care how many times I say thank you; it's never enough.
Good night, Lacey.
I want to thank Mike McFerron for always being there for us. Thank Britton for coming over. He's going to be. We're going to go metal detecting. We're going to hang out this weekend. I think we're going to go grab a bite to eat after this is done. And yeah, it's going to be pretty awesome to hang out with him. He's going to do a couple videos on metal detecting.
Yeah.
We're going to hang out with Lindsay. Mike, I'm sorry we're not hanging out with you. You're 8 hours away.
Yeah, it's okay. It's just a distance thing.
With Lindsay, with Lindsay's boots in the back of your truck that we need.
Oh, yeah.
You have
a little bit of me rubbed off on you because I'm used to leaving I always leave something in your boat. It's
always.
Yes. This time you guys.
I blame Jacob because I was like, hey, I need to grab my boots out of there. And he said, yeah. And he went and looked at them and then walked away. So I'm blaming Jacob for that one.
We've got a lot of things coming up. we have a lot of things. I do know that we're gonna meet up with the family up in Chicago on the 17th. Come back down that same evening, and then get ready to pick up Lee and then take off. If you guys haven't checked out ChaosDivers.com, that is a way to help us out in our next adventure. Or I say adventure. Yeah, I guess it's an adventure. Our next, what would you call it?
I always say journey.
Journey.
Yeah, journey.
It's going to be crazy. I know Lindsay said, how many miles do you say it was? What?
So an approximate estimate is 1,778.
That's just getting there. So, or getting there and back. That's a whole trip, but just know that.
That's like town to town to town.
Yeah, I was just chilling one night, and Mr. Mike over here drops a bomb on me and starts getting merch from us, and we're like, wait a minute, no, you can't do that. But he supported it's what we're doing, you know. I kind of
awesome.
Yeah, he has a Chaos Divers track. I didn't see it because it was orange. Yeah.
Yep. It's my favorite dive. It's my dive color.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, your other one's on the way too.
Thank you, Lindsay. You're the best.
You're welcome. Somebody asked if Maverick's coming back out with us on the road this year.
Maverick is grounded. He's never coming back out on the boat with us. What?
Listen, I'll take Maverick before I take you.
Let's see if this is going to happen. Let's see.
He almost jumps in with me when
yeah, Maverick will be with us. Maverick is our little buddy. The only reason why we didn't take him on this last trip is we knew that we were going to be in Mike's truck. And I know he loves Maverick, but it was just so much jostling around the whole time that Maverick would have been miserable just staying in the RV. At least he was with, Garrett, Lindsay's son, and he was well taken care of instead of out. We were out the whole time, so it would just been miserable for him.
I do enjoy cuddling with Maverick when I get to stay with you guys.
He's a very big cuddle bug. My dad said that amount of miles is cute, Jacob.
It is true though. He probably drives like that in a day.
So Lindsay,
I think my dad has hit over 1 million miles like 6 or 7 times now.
Wow.
So Lindsay's dad has been a truck driver since he's been like 18, maybe even 17.
That's awesome.
So he laughs at me whenever I call myself a truck driver because I do have a 70-foot rig. And sometimes I get in trouble with it.
There's been some times where I'm like, I don't even know how you got it up there. Like that turn, remember when we first met and you were going up that steep hill by that boat ramp?
It was miserable. I don't. There's so many times that we've almost killed each other or almost ran this.
Well, that too.
Yeah. How many parts, accessories are involved in getting ready to dive, Mike?
How many parts are ready to dive? It depends on. Are you learning to dive, or are we getting? Is it us getting in the water?
I'd say probably wetsuit, getting ready to do what we do.
Wetsuit is that's probably the worst part.
You got the wetsuit, you got the BCD, you got your octo, mask, fins, boots.
There's probably 15 things you got to check. Around 15 things. Make sure you got everything on, and it takes about what would you say? About 10 minutes to get dressed in a wetsuit. 30 minutes to get dressed in a dry suit.
Yeah, the dry suit, you better make sure that zipper is.
I would say for Mike, it takes about 10 seconds.
Yeah,
for the rest of us,
he is pretty quick.
For the rest of us, it's like 3 hours later. we're dressed. I'm telling you, it's like Mike's like Superman in a phone booth. He's like goes out the back of the boat, like closes the door, turns around, like opens the door, and he's just dressed.
Lindsay's driven quite often. Whenever I'm exhausted, I do an okay. I can do an okay job. B said thank you, Mike, from her. She's one of our super strong supporters in watching our content.
Fluffer.
Oh Jesus! Come on, Seawolf. I didn't realize what that said. Oh.
I just read that myself. I was like, wow.
That's Brett. Man. That's Brett for you. That's why we love Brett.
Yeah, dry suits are a whole nother beast.
That was good.
Mine's sitting over here in the background. I did try it on. What was that? 2 weeks ago, Jacob? I did try it on. Make sure that it still fit. And it does.
Your mom is laughing her butt off.
Anybody that's been in a dry suit, yeah, like Britt said, make sure your zippers are all the way zipped, because I think we've all experienced that at one point in time where we've definitely got in the water with a dry suit not all the way zipped up, and that's an experience all in itself.
Oh yeah.
So Seawolf 13, if you guys haven't checked him out, he's got a channel of lobster hunting, halibut shooting. There's a whole bunch of stuff that he does. He's cool. Pretty awesome diver in California, so do check him out. Oh, California. Good man. Awesome. That's where I got my dry suit from. My first dry suit I ever owned. Seawolf actually provided that for me. He's been with me since the beginning, and he's a good dude.
That's the one that Eric has now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yes, we passed it on.
Yeah, we replaced the boots for integrated boots. And didn't we? Yeah, he's got integrated boots now, yeah.
It already had it.
Oh, he just fixed them. He got them fixed.
Yeah, Eric had the zippers redone, and then there's something else. I think there's like a couple little holes, but that was just because you used it for so long and pulled so many cars with it. So
you guys ever break seals when you reach into the cars?
Yes.
I've cut my seals. I've cut my suit.
My gloves, especially.
I know that Mike McFerron right now. I don't know why I can't say. I don't know why I can't say Mike. I always say Mike McFerron. Mike McFerron always comes like, yeah,
it flows better.
Better. So with Mike, I do know that he had to get his suit repaired on this last dive. So he did have a little bit of a leak or something going on. So, I mean.
Yeah, you always run into issues like that. That's pretty common.
My experience with no zipper was on my suit, on my new suit, I have what they call a relief zipper, and that does exactly what it is. It is a way that I can relieve myself. And he also has one on his, as you guys seen on live TV.
I have one on mine as well, and yes, they. I have not closed that thing all the way once. That's about all it takes.
It's all it takes. So Britton was with me the day I did it.
We were in Ohio searching for Karen, correct?
Yeah, we had just removed the truck of Charles Hanlon. And I'm like, man, I got diesel fuel all over me. I said, I stink. I'm just going to jump in. Well, I just relieved myself. I know I say relief, but it's relieved. I just relieved myself, and
you got a cold relief.
I ran in and dove into the Ohio River. Instantly knew what I did. Instantly.
Yeah. And you had wet pajamas.
Somebody asked if Mike has ever done any underwater welding.
Yes.
I have never. I'm not an experienced underwater welder. No.
You just go, yes. Yes, he has.
No. I was saying yes. I was trying to find that question. Ask Mike about the mine with zipper open.
What?
That was the one time I had my relief zipper open. I said we were at Bonterre Mine, and so I relieved myself and walked down that huge staircase, jumped into that freezing water, and immediately knew what I had done.
Ooh.
It was pretty comical to everybody that was standing around.
Oh man.
Scuba Adventure in Jefferson City, Missouri said, in 50-degree water.
Yes. Yeah, it was definitely cold.
Thank you, B. Have a good night. Sweet dreams and all that good stuff. Thank you so much for all your support and everybody in here also. So,
Where's it? One of him?
she's in UK.
Oh, okay.
Is there any other questions you guys have? We've been online now for, oh God, we went online for an hour. Jeez.
Oh, wow.
As much as I think.
Oh wow! Look, there's Esteban.
Oh, is Esteban in there? What up, Moto Monster? I am proud of Mike for facing his fears on getting on live with us and hanging out with us. Mike is a very quiet person, but he's a beast in diving. So shrinkage happens. That's exactly right.
It is a thing.
That cold water.
Whole chat is blue. Why is the whole chat blue? I don't know.
Because you have everybody as a moderator. That's why.
Well, yeah, because everybody, yeah.
Well, no, I'm saying like that's why. That's what he's talking about. Like everybody's moderators.
What do you want that for?
No, I was pointing to the other one. How far west?
Oh, how far west you guys plan on coming out this summer? Oklahoma.
Yeah, I think that's the farthest this year.
Here's a question for you, Lindsay. We're gonna take about 5 more minutes of questions, and we're gonna head on out of here. But here's a question for Lindsay.
So I have my dry suit, but I don't have my dry suit certification. So diving in, like the cold waters and stuff isn't an option for me right now. Once the water temp is around, 51, 52 and above, then I can dive. And then it's just kind of finding, the right place for me to dive that's in my skill set. I'm still very, very wet behind the ears. So I'm still learning, getting used to everything. So I'm not going to put myself into a position where I don't feel comfortable. So I want to push myself, but not push myself so much that something bad happens. So hopefully this summer, especially like when we go up north, I should be able to get some dives in.
This question, I'm gonna let Mike answer this question.
Did the helicopter get on their nerves?
There was 2 of them.
Just one time, whenever I got off the boat, because I had to use the restroom. Apparently, I was still on live TV.
None of us knew it. Like none of us even, that was never a thought like for any of us until I think it was Andrew's wife texted him and said, "Did the diver just go use the bathroom?" And we were like,
Oh,
"What?"
oops.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Hey,
we made 2 calls, man. I mean, you got to do it.
Dude, you were out there and you were a beast. All right. Question for you again, Mike. This is Aqua
Tell
Adventure.
us a funny dive story.
That was a really funny one.
That's a pretty fun one.
Yeah, I'd say the funny dive story would be the zipper open and walking down all the stairs and going diving in that cave in the cold water. Yeah. having my relief zipper open, jumping into the cave. So
As
that was,
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
go ahead. I'm good.
Britt, as we just didn't know this, he's kind of decided that he could make the
Arkansas,
Little Rock, Arkansas,
Arkansas
trip.
And if I can, I might be able to leave my gear with you guys. Fly on over there.
Are you going to fly?
Maybe. No, I just need to drive. I need to drive.
I was going to say, man, I'm glad
I could
you
take
got
my boat. I could take my boat if that would help, but I don't. I mean, y'all already have a lot of.
Okay.
Yeah.
With all of that being said, Britt may be going on a trip with us. I didn't know, but he's more than welcome. So the boat's always open. What?
Nothing.
All right. Thank you all for your support. We're going to get off of here. Just remember that everything that you guys do for us, you're doing it for the families. And it's an honor to work for the families, and it's a kind of an honor to work for you guys. So thank you so much for all your support. If you guys haven't checked out ChaosDivers.com, that is a way to help support what it is that we're doing. I know that there's GoFundMe on there. That is still open and will be well appreciated. Now that I got to feed this guy on the road.
Oh no.
He's actually he's actually lost a little weight. So I'm kind of impressed. He's beating me on the weight loss. So Mike, again, thank you so much for your assistance on bringing Karen Schepers home. I almost said Schepers.
Thank you, Robbie.
Anytime, guys. Anytime you need me, I'm there.
With that being said, guys, just keep diving. It's not where to stop. I love each and every one of you. There is Max Diving LLC on Facebook, Scuba Adventure, and
thanks for diving in the depths with me.
Tips of history. Diving in the depths with me. Just please check everybody out and support them as they support us and help us. So yeah.
Mike's link is in the description for those.
Mike's link is in the description for his diving recovery page. Thanks. Appreciate it. Thanks.
That's my ADHD kicking in. I do that a lot. I do
No, you're good. No, I'm glad. Aqua Adventure, we'll see you in a couple weeks, and we'll have one more live stream. Was it one more, right?
Yes.
One more till we get with Lee, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Oh, and
It just we may have to talk about the date for that next one, because that's when we will be up in. I think we'll be coming home.
Huh.
Next Thursday night.
Oh, from Chicago.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we may do it early, we may do it late. I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get there.
Yeah.
Watch out for Depths of History's Facebook live. He may go live tomorrow while we're magnet fishing or doing whatever.
Yeah, sounds good.
So, all right, guys. Once again, keep diving. It's not where to stop. Love each and every one of you. Lindsay?
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
In the depths with me.
You? He said, love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
I'll see you guys.
Bye, guys.